understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try
what the hell?
And he is in for a USC touchdown. Carson Evans taking it in. And the Trojans have taken the early lead. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it, 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message. And the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
You don't get a chance to pick it, too.
You do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Down 7-0. Work to do already as he gets set to begin college game number 2.
I could have went to take him on there.
They begin with Henry. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. But Charles, the success that this quarterback had in this semifinal, how does it translate here?
Well, it certainly helps his mindset because he has to have a lot of confidence going into this one since he did it so well in the semifinals. I do think we'll see a similar kind of offense. They'll find places for him to take his shots, and especially, you have to when you get a like streets on the outside.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But he certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. For the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
Now back
I threw it to the wrong dude.
Trill. Intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
My bad, guy.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. For USC, such a storied program. 11 times they've been crowned national champions, beginning with the earliest way back in 1928, all the way until their most recent title in 2004. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morse over the middle, complete. That's Robbins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I could have fucked her. She a thought.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Back
with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and our drive
brother.
continues here to start quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. From the gun, Morse. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
To the house. What? Why did you fall down like that, dude?
The Clemson offense here set to take over. Here's 1st and goal, Clemson.
They said I failed that.
Hey, Steve, man, you ain't gonna watch that show I told you.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Isaiah Streets there to make the grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Trojan offense ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. The holding me no gain.
16 yards, a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the markers. He'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
Don't forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. A lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
1st and 10 now for Clemson. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Clemson, of course, back in the college football playoff for the 4th consecutive year. Champions in the 2016 season. Trying to make it 2 titles in 3 years if they can get things done.
Ooh,
the 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He'll look to throw. He will find the open man at Streets. That one good for 24 yards.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. Jackson Henry, 39 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away.
You got to do some juke.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Patient, don't hit that turbo button.
The USC offense getting ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if you bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First down now, but that clock rolling. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am go ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let the return guy touch it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Clemson offense heading out for their next possession. Charles, we talked in the semifinal about Isaiah Street's brother Ezekiel, lost due to leukemia exactly 1 year ago today. But since then, Isaiah's been active in trying to help those who are going through. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Looking deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. What a story this would be. Clemson 1 half away from a national title.
Hey, come on. Hey, you need to play better in the second half, all right?
What?
Just give me the ball, all right? Let me do my thing.
I agree.
Got it.
Hey, you know how much this means to me, right?
Of course I do.
Then make it happen.
Okay, man.
Just one half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Clemson offense here set to take over. They've got to like their position. They lead this championship game, 2 quarters to play. What's the course of action in the second half?
I think you continue to show your quarterback that you've got faith in him. Continue to run the offense the way you did in the first half. Continue to give him opportunities. But behind his back, head coach is telling the offensive play caller, if you see any moments where it feels too big for him, be ready to dial this game plan back.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. There's this out for Streets. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Isaiah Streets, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
25 yards there on the catch and run. If you were with us for the semifinal, we told the story. I mean, this is a quarterback who was heavily recruited out of high school 4 years ago. On signing day, had all the hats in front of him. People weren't sure where he was going to go. So many different offers. Wound up here, and it hasn't been this. And it's a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it. Go the other way.
Why did you die?
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
And a 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Ready, 50, play. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Tighten up.
On 1st down, Morse. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Running it with Darby. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Darby on the carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Morse. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The USC punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let me get that.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Clemson offense heading out for their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Streets, you the fastest thing on the field. How you let dude get out there?
The Trojan offense ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Operating from the gun. Morse throwing left side here, and it's complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, Morse. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The Clemson offense here set to take over. So, CD, you look at our quarterback. He's said it. He's been consistent. This is it. I've graduated. I'm not going to go the grad transfer route. It's time for me to move on. If you're an NFL scout, do you see enough in him to think he's got a future in this league with this little experience that we've seen?
Every scouting instinct tells me to tell him to go the graduate transfer route. But you know how it is nowadays. And look, he's played awfully well against 2 top 5 defenses. Someone's going to take a shot and give this guy a look.
Well, several teams need a quarterback. You think about the Cardinals, they're going to be picking #1. But Giants figure to be in the market. Broncos, Bengals, possibly the Raiders. So there's going to be some teams looking.
And don't forget, backups are at a premium in this league. And this guy could be a developmental player. Draft him, let him work in your organization for a while, learn the playbook, sit for a while, because down the road, he could turn out to be a gem.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 2nd and 15. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Take it at the 37. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Morse gets set to pass. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Morse. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, there was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
To throw is Morse. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Clemson offense heading out for their next possession. And this certainly a nerve-wracking time for both of these fan bases. Heck, my palms are sweating here in the booth, and I've got no dog in the fight. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
Pick that. Good stuff. Keep going.
The USC offense getting ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
To throw on 2nd down. Morse is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The USC punter out there now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. The Clemson offense here set to take over. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. Well, all the prognosticators have a 1st-round grade on Isaiah Street should he decide to jump to the NFL after this season. But all indications are that he wants to come back and play college ball one more year with his eyes firmly set on winning the Heisman Trophy. And you better believe that has the folks back on campus extremely excited. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Oh, my God.
At the 24. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game-changer.
Shit. My shit be in God damn. Whoa.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives him the lead. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard, 1:52 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, that's a play that Isaiah Streets made time after time this fall on Saturday afternoon, and you got to think as this championship game continues to unfold, they have to find some way to slow him down, double team, just anything to disrupt him, as he has a knack for getting open and making big plays. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Back to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 1st and 10 now for Clemson. He's back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender,
look at that
up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted.
Oh, my God.